joining me. I'm Sport Yoga Lady, and today I am just doing a 10-minute stretch to get my day started. Just always makes me feel a little bit better. Okay, so let's start with perfect posture. Always start in mountain pose. Feet hip width apart. Head, shoulders, hips, heels. Head, shoulders, hips, heels are all in line with each other. All right. Really be careful of that. Make sure you lift from your belly button. Sometimes bring yourself up against a wall. Here, I'll do it here. All right, I'll get my hips, my heels first. It's harder than you think. And then bring your shoulders and then your head. If you have a ponytail. Even me, that I usually do this, I don't know if you noticed, but my hips are forward and my heels are up off the ground. If that happens and you squeeze in with your feet, step your feet out till you get your head, your shoulders, and your hips back against the wall. Work the hands there. All right, your chin is completely parallel to the ground. Breathe. The elevation, if that's the word, comes from your belly button. So a lot of the times I'll see people like this, right? And I'll be like, no, lift from the belly button. I want you to give me a pelvic tilt or a tuck. I want you to lift, lengthen, and align. See that length that comes from the belly button? All while maintaining the connection to the wall behind you. It's actually really hard. Just go and take 5 minutes doing that, all right? You'll be surprised. And then from there, you'll see what parts of your body are tighter or what parts of your body you're overusing, and you can fix it. So let's start with our morning stretch, right? So you start in mountain pose, breathe, perfect posture, reach overhead. When you do, lift your arms, not your shoulders. And what I mean by that is don't go like that. Just not for me. I want you to come out and reach, extend out through your arms, drop the shoulders, bring your arms up, feel them rotate, feel your shoulder blades move in the back like that, right? And then come up, breathe, reach overhead. And then flat back forward. Prepare pose is you bring your hands to the ground, you're looking ahead and you're getting ready to jump back, right? You're preparing to jump back into plank. You're preparing to do a sun salutation. So here, breathe in, breathe out, reach. Remember, lift, lengthen, and align. Bring the arms up, over, breathe out. Here, bring your hands together, your arms are straight. If you find that you're hiking your shoulders too much or your arms are bending, you can bring them down a little bit. I want you to get that length. I want you to lift, lengthen, and align, and still maintain that alignment. Breathe, reach. Open the arms, turn your palms down, flat back forward. That's a flat back forward. Your arms are still out and reaching. Your shoulders aren't earrings. Don't bring them up by your ears. Come down to prepare pose, which is simply you're preparing to jump back. So for you to jump back, you have to be in a squat. Your core has to be engaged. Your knees have to be ready, and your hands are on the ground. For sport yoga, I always want you looking ahead, because we're teaching you how to be mobile while in motion. So if an athlete does that, there's a problem. You're gonna get taken out, you know? So look ahead, breathe. You can bring your hands flat, you can bend your knees, always look ahead. Don't worry about keeping your legs straight. Now I want you to straighten them, breathe in, breathe out, and come back up and reach overhead. Bring your hands together. You're gonna feel a stretch in your psoas, you should. If you're bringing your shoulders up by your ears, you're now engaging the shoulder area and not engaging the ab area. And I want you to engage the ab area. Breathe, look. One more time, flat back forward, arms, airplane arms. Breathe in, breathe out. Bring your hands down to the ground. Now, I want you to bring your nose to your knee. And this time, you're looking behind you, all right? So bring your nose to your knee as you're straightening your leg. Look up, relax your shoulders, and breathe. Come back, prepare pose. Look ahead. Come back up, open your arms, palms up, reach. Get a deeper back bend, breathe out. Now, when I said a back bend, I don't mean this, okay? I mean lift and bend like you're touching the wall behind you, okay? That's a back bend. Breathe, flat back forward, come to prepare pose. Now you can have your knees bent or you can come to full extension at your knees depending where you're at. Breathe in and breathe out. You can turn your fingertips away if you want, because I'm fairly mobile in this.
in this nose to knee pose. Breathe in and breathe out. Get your belly to your thigh, your nose to your knee. Belly to your thigh, nose to your knee. Breathe in. I know this is long, but this is a great way to stretch. Come back down, breathe in, breathe out. Prepare. Walk your fingertips away or keep them forward. Bring your belly to your thigh, your nose to your knee. Oh, gorgeous. Come back up, prepare, and reach overhead. Nice. I just wanted you to see that, okay? So now step wider than hip width apart. We went this way, now let's go this way. All right, so it's side bends. So your hips go one way, and you're wider than hip width apart. Sometimes for me, I even need to be wider than that, but hands are on your hips right now. Your hip goes this way as your head goes that way. So it's kind of like a triangle. And notice though, there's a hinge in the hip sideways. It's not a side bend where I'm just bending. There's nothing wrong with side bends, and I do. That's a side bend. Actually, just do a couple where you just bend from the waist, right at those obliques. Side bend. Keep your head in line with your spine. Breathe, go the other way. A lot of Pilates and traditional yoga will have you reach with one arm up, the other arm down, and side bend, and then look up. And you'll feel that through there. Nice, breathe, switch, go the other way. It's a good activation of the core. So breathe. One more. Now we'll do my hip bend, okay? So it's the hip goes one way, the head goes the other, come up. So you can see the space, hip that way. Now, surprisingly, you'll be surprised, surprisingly, this is a tight, this is tight. A lot of people don't have this motion. You feel it in the groin as well as up into your back. Some people, they're barely moving, they're like, oh, I am moving. So don't be surprised if you're tight, and don't be surprised if you're not tight. The one thing I don't want you to do when you do the side bend is, don't, see how my angulation of my torso changes? Watch. Hip forward, shoulder back, and breathe. My hip side bend, and just go right to the other side. Breathe, right? And I can feel my lean. So, always video, by the way. You can swing your arms in front. Okay, I'll go the other way right now. Try and do at least 5 of every move that I'm doing right now. I'm walking you through. Breathe, good. This is 3,000. Now what you're trying to gain is not only this motion, but length at the same time. Believe it or not, you'll stretch the heck out of that IT band. This is a really good sports stretch. Like before you go out doing any movement, and when you get home, before you go to bed, right? Nice. Then you can add Pilates, arms. They stay right attached. Breathe. Because now the minute you add those arms, the obliques get involved. Nice. Awesome. Good. Breathe in, breathe out, and reach overhead. Now let's just add a rotation. Call this the whirlwind. I have a client, he calls it the washing machine. It's come down, come up, reach. Down, go, reach. So it's a side bend, it's frontal and posterior, and sorry, you're moving in all the planes, how's that? All right, so the arms come up and out, right? Now, the problem I see with a lot of athletes, especially boys, men, they come and they go, right? So we're not jabbing and jabbing. It's not, it can be, and I will, and I'll add weights, but this is come down, squat, feel all through here. Then you come up and you reach and you rotate and you lengthen and come back. Reach and lengthen and rotate, right? Also, now come front with this reach. Watch your arms. What I'm trying to do is keep this. Keep your arms in line with each other. So you can see, like say, try and keep them in line with each other. Keep your shoulders in line with each other. Keep your hands fully, your arms fully extended. your wrists at full extension, at flexion. Wrist flexed is bent, extend is length, okay? So you come in, come up, come in, come up, come here, go forward, all right? And then out. You can add one more adjustment, modification, tippy toe. Go onto the tippy toe. Tippy toe, breathe, tippy toe, out. Nice, breathe in and breathe out. Come step in. Reach your arms around behind, make a nice little fist, okay? As much as you can. So I don't want this. I don't want this, all right? First and foremost, get into perfect posture, shoulders go back. If your arm's a little tight, you're either gonna stay bent. Second is round, lift, lengthen, and align. Bring your elbows back and down, back and down. Move your shoulder blades together. Breathe. The next thing is to get full extension through the arms, and then after that, you make a fist. Breathe. I want you to look left, and I want you to look right. Your chin stays parallel. Left, right. Don't squeeze with your toes. Maintain alignment. The next thing now is look left and bring your chin down to the chest. Come around and look right. And then down, chin to the chest, and come up. Breathe. So you're making a smile. You're doing a smile across your chest. Smile. Breathe. I find a lot of athletes, we hold all of our stress. One more time here. This time bring that chin up to where the wall and the ceiling meet, and keep your chin level with that. Okay, you're gonna push your chin right into it, go the other way, breathe, lift. Okay, and then do the same thing in the front, and lift. I'm starting to lean, don't lean. Come back around now to the right, lift your chin. Tuck the chin, bring it to the center, come up, push the chin, then stretch in your chest, your neck, your scalenes. It will help your shoulders. Nice. Woo. A little shake. All right, one more. Do an arm stretch. Take your arm across, right? Shake my hand. Hello. So, right, when I go to shake somebody's hand, I'm not soft. I'm like, hello, right? It's engaged. I'm not rotating either. My shoulders, I'm in perfect posture. I'm in alignment. And I grab below or above or below the elbow, and I just bring the bicep directly into my chest. And then I open to the side as far as I can. I'm not adding a rotation. I just reach as far back as I can without changing my standing. I'm gonna do it 3 times this direction. 1, 1,000, 2. My hand is active, open. Breathe. Again, you know, I'm a 2-second hold and then repeat 5 times. But this one we're doing 3, so 3 times. Right, so here we're at shoulder level. Be careful that doesn't happen. I don't want your shoulder height. I want it back and down. It really kind of matters, right? That's why sport yoga works. Right? If we follow those alignment cues, it really works faster and makes a difference. Now I'm coming up to that corner again where the wall meets the ceiling. I'm gonna lift my chin. I'm gonna lengthen my whole torso as I lift my arm, okay? I'm not doing this. My alignment, see, notice that? Really important. When making it, it's like a vehicle, right? You have 4, you have the axles and you have the tires. And if the air pressure, if the PSI isn't equal in all of the tire, right? The tires wear unevenly, the vehicle wears unevenly. All right, so now we come back to the center for 3. Right, so we did that angle for 3, where it was up here, down here, come back to the center. And then you come and you open up by the ear, and it's that same reach. It's an awesome stretch. If you have kind of chronic bicep problems and pec problems, neck problems, this is a good stretch. Notice I'm reaching my arm as far as I can while maintaining my alignment and bring it across the torso. This is the weirdest one, this coming across the torso. See, my arm comes right in, my pec might get in the way, but I'm really getting all those rear deltoids. Breathe. One more. nice, open, come down, just go poof, next, other arm, start on the side, reach, and video yourself if you can while you're doing this. Watch me on your computer and video yourself on your phone. And then you'll be surprised. This arm's tight. Breathe, 1, 1,002, and open. 1, 1,002, come across, breathe, stretch. It feels so good. There's a lot of modifications, but this is a good stretch just to add, especially if you sit at a desk all day. This time come up under the chin and open out behind you. Breathe, reach. Notice my hands active the whole time. My fingertips and the energy out through my fingertips. Breathe. 1, 1,002. Don't be afraid to add a little assistance. And push back and push. Make it come back across. The resistance, it really kind of makes you stay in line. Breathe. 1, 1,002 across, shoulder level. Did you see me bending? And the instructor can fall into old patterns that really aren't good, so really watch yourself. Come across, palm in. Now I'm doing everything right now with my palm in. I'm gonna come out, up. You can rotate it as well. So like you can come up and reach the palm away and come and have the palm facing. Right, you play with it and you're fine. Notice how, what we do is we bend away, or we tighten surrounding muscles of areas of overuse or underuse. And I do it all the time too. Nice, there. Beautiful, nice, reach overhead. Give me a back bend now. Oh, breathe in and breathe out, come down to the ground. Round your nose to your knee. Breathe, look up, come up back, chair pose. Nice. I just wanna do one thing. Come down, prepare, bend the knees, step or jump. Here, come to a plank just for 1 second. Drop to your knees, uncurl your toes, and come right down and up into a cobra. Now see this? I see this a lot. What I want from you is my hands are pushing into the ground. My arms are fully extended, my elbows right in at my pecs. I'm lengthening from the psoas. My chest is reaching to the sky. My shoulders aren't earrings. There's length. Go down, breathe. Come back up. Breathe. So I say breathe. Where do I want you to breathe? Breathe out, breathe in. What's tightest for you? For some people, this is hard. They have to breathe in here. And they breathe out here. For some people, they breathe in here. And then they breathe out here. Come back up one more time. Because I'm just going to add a knee bend next. And I'm going to go sideways. See, I'm hulking my shoulders. I'm going to go a little sideways so you can see, right? So what I mean is that's my hulking. Really, traditionally, look at me, there's nothing wrong. But if you squeeze the shoulder blades back, bring the shoulders away from the ears, and lift at the belly button while keeping the hips on the ground, you're going to feel it a little more intensely. Nice, breathe. The next one, I'm going to bend and go down, bend, ooh, go down, bend, kick, flex my foot, breathe. It's like a modified push-up kind of a thing. And don't do the cobra. Reach around and grab your ankle. Square your shoulders off, keep your hips on the ground, flex your back foot, kick the foot away. It's a lot of the dance on the ground. Switch. There's no balance component, so you're not trying to have your brain do way too many things, so you can just send all your energy into the mobility of your spine. Breathe. You can do this in bed, right? Now notice right here is kind of the beginner. This would be the intermediate modification, and the advanced modification would be to now engage and push. And then you could do both feet. You can do like this, you can flex, and you can come up to both. Nice, it feels good. It's a good little stretch to do. Nice, there's perfect. Yep, that should get your quads, your whole torso. Thank you for joining me. It's stretching is really good for you, and just 10 minutes a day goes a long way, really, in just making you look better, feel better, and move better. Thank you for joining me. Look forward to making more videos for you, I guess. Let me know if you have anything in particular that you want. One of those is, don't get up like that, okay? Always get up quick, because even for self-defense, right? So for me, what I should do is now this pop up, there, right? Or roll